Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. We are doing another makeup tutorial today and this one is 2023 It Girl makeup, like you can see. So yeah, I was always looking through new videos and new trends just to figure out what are those little tips and tricks and like stuff like that that I can take for myself and give it away to you all that 2023 It Girls are following. Like all the supermodels, all the celebrities, all the creators, all the influencers, all the makeup junkies and skincare junkies. So, and then I put together my own everyday 2023 makeup and let's go ahead and do that together. So we'll start with this glow toner from Tilbury, my absolute favorite. You know, skincare, like skin prep, I can't press enough and talk enough about it because it has been a game changer for me. It helps you, your makeup stays longer, your skin looks a lot more glowy, hydrated. Makeup sits on you better when you have like a very hydrated skin rather than a dry skin. After the toner, so I'm doing this whole skincare prep set from Tilbury. This one is their magic serum, which goes right after their toner. Before the moisturizer, there's just one thing that I do a little differently, that is my under eye care. Off late, I just saw in the mirror today kind of like a little upset because my under eyes are getting worse. Honestly, it's because of like the routine that I'm not following since last few days. Not skincare routine, I'm just saying this eating healthy, less screen time. So my eye needs extra attention. For moisturizer, I'm sticking to this Tilbury's Magic Cream. You know, since this is like a 2023 It Girl makeup, I literally do a lot of research. I watched a lot of, I wouldn't say TikToks, but a lot of videos. TikTok is banned in my country, so yeah. I watched a lot of, reels and YouTube shorts and YouTube makeup tutorials just to figure out what's trending, what are people doing, what kind of makeup are people wearing all over the world before I even come in and make my own version of what I think is a 2023 It Girl makeup. But one thing I've definitely noticed is our gradual progression towards skincare. I feel like more and more people who wear makeup today understand like how skincare can help them so very much to have that celebrity finish and model-like glow and hydration. So it makes me happy. But I'm definitely seeing more rise in skincare in 2023. So if you're not doing your prep, you definitely cannot get to the 2023 It Girl makeup list. Just saying. Before I go in with the other products, I quickly want to moisturize my lips. So I'm going to use a lip balm and keep it all throughout. Editor's reference only. This one is from RAS Luxury Oil. The name of the brand is RAS Luxury Oil Lip Balm. So two more steps before I move on to the makeup. So the fourth step in the Tilbury skincare is their Collagen Superfusion Facial Oil. This is basically before your sunscreen. So I'm going to take just a few drops. It might look like the serum can make the makeup very greasy, but honestly, if you wear it wrong, it would mess you up. Like I remember when I first bought the Tilbury Collagen Infusion Oil, the facial oil, I didn't know that when you're applying it during the day, it has to be before your sunscreen. So I messed up and I applied it after my sunscreen and then a primer, and my whole makeup looked so oily and so tacky. The right sequence and order of application of products is so important when you're buying something new. And it's all available online. Like even the brand who is selling it kind of explains it. So you just have to read or watch my tutorials. I'll help you. On that note, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. Please do give me a thumbs up if you think this helps you improve your makeup journey. Comment below to tell us what you think are the trends for 2023 makeup. Help me maybe and I help you. So leave some love, give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe because I keep coming back every week with a new makeup tutorial. Last but not the least, share the love. I'm actually going to let this one sit for like a couple of seconds while I go wash my sponges and come back. Sunscreen, I'm using Miso Aesthetics 130 SPF. By the way, the Tilbury moisturizer that I use also has SPF 15, but that's not good enough for me because I have extremely sensitive skin. I already have damaged my skin with freckles and whatnot, so I have to protect. This one though that I use, I am like religiously buying it month on month for the last 1.5 years, ever since my dermatologist introduced me to it. Like I love it. All right, let's get started, shall we? We are done with her prep. You know what I'm excited also about today is everything that I'm using today is available in your city and country. I kept all the products on brands that's not available in India aside today so that you all can recreate these looks. There are definitely dupes for each one of them and I'll try and leave them in the comments for you all. But let's begin. So what I'm doing off late is I'm going to go in with straight away with my foundation, but I'm going to use very less amount of it. I initially considered it a tint, but I feel like I have blemishes that might need more attention than just tint. So tad bit. And the concealers and foundation today is from Too Faced Born This Way. This is, in case if you're wondering, the shade that I'm using is shade Warm Beige. That's like the exact shade for my face. Only the parts where I have like a lot of blemishes, like my dark circles or like my freckles, I'm gonna go in there a little more. And my forehead because of the pigmentation. On that note though, a prediction. I feel like eventually foundations are just going to fade away and it's going to be like just tints and concealers, I feel. Makeup today in 2023, if you ask me, is not about full coverage and perfection. It's definitely transitioned to soft glam and where your blemishes are kind of seen a little bit. You know, the makeup is just not too perfect. That's definitely what's not trending right now. Where your eyebrows and your eyeshadow and everything is just too perfect. I don't feel that's how 2023 is going to be. Don't mind the blemishes. I'm really not building too much because I want my freckles to be seen a little bit. Whatever like little blemishes that I have, texture or whatever, I want them to see through a little bit so that it looks more real, and that's definitely what's trending right now. Quick dupes for this if you don't like Too Faced Born This Way or something which is not within like this price range. Hang on, my dog is having a nightmare. Dupe? No. Hi baby. Oh my god, such a nightmare. I love you. Go back to sleep. Sorry for the I'm not sorry for the interruption. Anything for my dog, like he comes first. Yeah, so I was just saying that, what was I saying? Correct, the dupe for all of these. I think one of the best dupes that you have, again, within price range of 800, 850 is the Sugar Stick Foundation. You can totally use that or BB creams. I think that also is a good alternative for any makeup that's above your price range. All right, I'm just gonna go in with the Beauty Blender just to make sure there are no like brush strokes there. Okay, up next is concealer. Again, I'm going to use two concealers. Both of them are from Too Faced. One is the exact shade as the foundation, which is Warm Beige. And the other one is Sand, which is the lighter foundation. So with the lighter foundation, I'm going to go in below my eye, forehead, nose bridge, and a little bit here on my... I'm going to blend this first and then go ahead with the other shade. So this is the brighter shade, the shade Sand. So now I'm going to go in with the concealer that's exactly the same shade as my foundation, which is Warm Beige. And I will use that for my laugh lines and any other blemishes that I might want to conceal, which I'm not concealing today because like I said, I want it to be a little imperfect, the makeup. I'm just going to go in on the laugh line, a little near my lips, and on the forehead because I do have a different skin tone on my forehead, like for freaking ever. Okay, one other tip after skincare for 2023 It Girl makeup is definitely this trick that I learned from this person. I forgot her name, but dude, after like so much of research, finally something for the non-creasing of the under eye. So first thing first, if you haven't picked up the Givenchy PRISME LIBRE setting powder so far, please go pick it up. Laura Mercier was definitely my favorite all this while, but this guy is just, I don't know what they have done. I'm going to do a review on this product separately because it deserves it. But for now, what I want to tell you is that whenever you apply concealer, the first thing is even before baking, you've got to set it. That's the only way for it to be not creasing and giving you the most minimal damage. So I just finished applying both the concealers. I'm going to go in with my sponge once just to make sure it hasn't set in and creased already. And then take a brush and just use a bit of the PRISME LIBRE setting powder from Givenchy. Set it. So this powder promises to be blurring and decreasing, and it has like a color corrector, 4 different colors that's mixed together with it to kind of take care of the glow and then the setting and then the blurring. So there's a lot going on. I have been using this powder for the last 15 days. I don't think I'll ever be able to go back to anyone else. For the rest of the face though, I'm going to just use whatever is remaining on the Since it's summer, I'm definitely aiming for a matte. It does come with its own sponge, by the way. It's just that I'm more comfortable with using, but now that I saw the sponge, I'm going to keep it right back. Okay, great. Let's quickly do bronzing. I'm not using contouring today. So for bronzer, again, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury's bronzer, and I will just take a bronzing brush and go on my cheekbones, forehead, jawline, and my nose bridge. Okay, let's move on to blush. Now, forever I wanted blushes that made me look sun-kissed. So I figured out this formula. I felt like if it was just one blush, it wasn't doing that for me. So I'm gonna mix two blushes today. One is a liquid blush in the shade Dolce Vita from NARS. That's a liquid blush. So I'm gonna go a few drops with it first. Very, very little. That's gonna suffice like my cheek fully, I feel. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with another blush, but before that, I'm gonna just quickly set my eyebrows and then we move on to the rest. So for my eyebrows, I'm gonna first set it with the Brow Lift from e.l.f. It's a gel to freeze your eyebrows. Anyways, don't do much with my eyebrows, quite honestly, because I have good amount of hair and everything, so I don't really have to ever worry about drawing too much, but I still feel like it's the most challenging part of my makeup. Like, I don't like doing eyebrows because I feel I'm not good at it. All said and done with 2023 makeup, you know, the kind of a person I am, I miss my mom's era and the makeup they used to have. Like, you know, those wings and puffed hair of Sarah Banu and Zinat Aman and all of those ladies. It's just, I definitely feel bad that I missed that era, but I feel it's gonna come back soon. It's almost. But yeah, so I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna go in with my powder blush. I'm again using Charlotte Tilbury's powder brush. Cheek to cheek, love is the drug. No matter how many times I say this, I still have to look at the product every time I say this. Such a long freaking name, but it's an amazing product. So I'm gonna go in with this one on top of like the liquid blush. A little bit on my nose, a little bit on my eye. Okay, let's fill in the brows. For that, we're using ABL, it's Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade. I'm just going to use the same other side of the brush to just fill in the areas where I feel. For this though, I need something. I was almost going to use the bronzer for my brows, you guys. Moving on to the eyes. Tip number 3 for 2023 It Girl makeup. I mean, I'm assuming this is my everyday makeup, so I don't have the time to do eyeshadow, and you also don't want to wear eyeshadow on a regular day, like, you know, unless you're in Dubai, Habibi, because there you gotta be at your best at all times. But today we are just going to use mascara, but 2 mascaras, and I'm gonna curl my eyelashes from the root, you know, to have those exact curls. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a primer again. I have a long day, so I'm kind of using this. You can totally ignore that and straight go with the... So what this does is, why I like a primer is because I feel like it separates my eyelashes from each other so well, and it just keeps them ready to be mascara-fied. I'll let that sit for a second. You're first going it with a non-waterproof mascara. This is SUPERFAN from SMASHBOX. It's like wearing off, so I don't know if I'm saying the right name. Can you believe it? I've had it for more than a year and I have never looked at the name. I just noticed it's a SMASHBOX red mascara, but I will link it up on the comments. So I'm gonna go in with that first. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in with my waterproof mascara. This one is Maybelline Colossal, the Big Shot, the Colossal Big Shot. The reason I'm using a waterproof mascara is because I feel it helps you hold those curls for longer hours. And that's the reason I'm going in with 2. And since we're not going to be using lashes, and I know you must be thinking I'm spending so much time on my lashes. The reason is because it's everything. And I feel like when I spend time on my lashes, it just gives me the best finish. Okay, on that note, I think we are almost done. I'm gonna move on to highlighter. And then we do the lips. So I put my hands on these beautiful highlighter from, again, I forgot how the brand is pronounced. Peas. In fact, they told me, screw it. This is how it is spelled, okay? This is how it's spelled. That's what it is. Let's call it Pace till I get out the right pronoun. So this is my first liquid highlighter that I'm actually experimenting with. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna put a tad bit here and just kind of so that I can then go in with my pretty blender and just put it over my cheeks. First, my nose a little bit. And whatever is left out, I'm gonna just go with it like all over the face so that the glow is like everywhere. I feel that's such, again, a 2023 thing to do. We're going to set this and then go on with the lips. So actually, let's just do the lips today. Let's do things in sequence. Okay, for my lips, again, I'm going to do a very 2023 trending thing, and I'm excited to show you guys what that is. Taking off extra oil, I'm going to take a dark chocolate lip liner. This one is from K Beauty. So we're going to line the entire top lip with the same lip liner, just the top. And then I'm moving on to a brown lipstick. This one is from Bobbi Brown in the shade Wow. I don't know, maybe range something. I'll again link it up. But yeah, it's brown. And this also, I'm going to apply it only on the top. And it has like a glossy finish. It's not matte. And now for the bottom lip, I'm just going to apply an oil. I'm using the Kylie lip oil, but you can totally, the dupe for this in India is the RAS, again, the RAS luxury oil. Lip oil. It's called Natural and Organic RAS Luxe Liquid Lip Balm. So yeah, it's available in Nykaa. For the bottom lip though, I'm going to use a lip oil. So this is I'm using Kylie. And just let the lips be. Let's go on with a setting spray and set this whole thing. I used the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Just going to go in with the sponge to make sure nothing is melting. So we're basically done. I'm gonna let that one sit, but what do you think? Like, I feel this is so perfect to go out in today's world, wherever you are. Like, I feel my eyebrows are so nicely done. I think, again, a couple of tips, skincare for a 2023 makeup. Please make sure that you do your skin prep before your makeup. Number 2 is let the blemishes be seen a little bit. So don't try and go for a full coverage foundation unless you're shooting for the camera or stuff like that for a regular day out. Stick to tints or BB creams and then depend largely on your concealers. Make sure that you have a highlighting concealer as well as concealer that matches your exact skin tone. Tip number 3 is whenever you are setting your concealer, like I told you, be sure to immediately set it, and then you can use a setting powder to bake it later, but it's immediately setting as soon as you apply the concealer for it to not crease. Tip number 4, stay away from contouring. Stick to bronzer, just to bronzer, because I think that gives you a more everyday, natural, less perfect makeup look. Number 5, for the lips, I love this whole combination of like just having the top lip a little darker and the below lip a little glossier, and like not having the exact color for 2023 works perfectly. Don't forget your eyebrow setters and make sure that you are just not drawing them, like just fill in the empty spaces. Less is more in 2023. Show those blemishes out and make sure that your makeup is not extremely perfect. On that note, I'll see you guys again soon. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Tell me in the comments what you liked and what do you think are going to be the trends for 2023 makeup looks. Until next time, you guys, stay gorgeous, have a fantastic skin, and please be kind to one another. I'll see you on the other side.